Hey YouTube, welcome to TCTN, the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Crazy because sometimes I'm just really wacky and out there. Troll because I consider myself a troll, a cute troll, but a troll nonetheless. And so if you would like to become a part of the nation, just click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Excuse my voice. It was not like this earlier. I caught a cold again over Thanksgiving like last year. And today is, what is today? January 20th. And so we're going on like almost a month now. Well, about 3 weeks. And like 4 or 5 days after I caught the cold, I had zero voice. It was horrible. But the last couple of days has been good. So I don't know, all of a sudden right now, it's sounding weird. Excuse me. There's water. I did not drink enough water today yet, so I'm trying to get it in. So this video is just really quick. I'm going to do a quick look. Well, I'm going to try and be quick. The Natasha Denona Lila palette. I have been using this, even though I haven't really been going anywhere. Like at home at night, I'll just do a look. And I'm really liking this palette. I'm loving the texture of the shadows. I pulled off some looks off of YouTube, and so I've been playing around doing that. But also, just looking at the palette, the one thing I don't like is that the names are on here. The names are on here versus the names are on this plastic sheet versus like here under the shadows. And so when I'm going back and forth trying to do a look, I have to find where the shadow is, pull this up. But I am able to do a look with that. I'll just, you know, pull the plastic down, see the color, dip the brush in the color and put it back down and use the mirror if I'm not in my bathroom, to use the mirror in there. But I like this palette because excuse me, even though you can pull looks off of YouTube looking at different videos, when you look at this palette, each row is a look. You're gonna do a look with these three, you're gonna do a look with these, with these, with these, with these. And so it's really easy. Or you can do a look going across, you know, each row. Ooh, okay. Didn't mean to stick my finger in there. Or you can do a look just using this top row. And so I'm really liking how this palette is laid out, because even though I started doing makeup, I think when I was like 35, I just turned 50 on December 15th, guys. I am 50 years young. But sometimes I am overwhelmed when I see a palette and there's colors everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like what goes where? But I did hear, it might have been one of Kinky Sweat's videos, Alicia's videos. And it was the newer one, the one with like 28 colors or whatever it was. And she was saying that, you know, any 3 colors or 4 in a row or diagonal, or, you know, take these 4 or take these 4 or these 4. And so she was saying in the other palettes, well, that palette in particular, you can use, like, pick one color and use like the adjoining colors to make a look. And so that helped me look at palettes different, even though this one is really simple because each row is a look. Each row this way, or each row, I keep sticking my finger in it, or each row going across. And so I really do like that. But that, again, really did help me looking at palettes, like, you know, what am I going to do with all of these colors? And so I don't have, as you can tell, right? I don't have anything on my face. I had some type of insect bite or something. Sometimes I stay overnight at people's place, and I don't know, like stuff just bites me, like on my naked skin, like my shoulders, or like the back of my neck, or like if my arm is not under cover, I'll get like bites. So I had like, actually I had like 6. I had one here, 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 here. And this is the only one that I was not friendly to, and so it's still healing. And I always have my bags. This one I call my double luggage. My matching set, 1, 2 on that side. I always usually have, especially in the winter because my skin is dry, my nose is running, plus I've been sick blowing my nose, but I usually do have redness right here. I have freckles, you know, a few spotted. I don't have a zoom. I'm using my phone for videos, and so you may or may not see my freckles, but there's freckles all along here, even like across my nose. I have something here. If you guys remember from a few videos back, like my chin here has just been red for like, I don't know what reason. Things have been going on. Is this a piece of hair? I need my tweezers. Yeah, so this is the crazy when I just like babble about stuff, and that is not even what this video was about. So, but this is my naked face, and so I'm going to just jump right in, which this isn't really jumping right in because I've been talking for like 3 minutes now. But I believe I have everything here. The only thing I do have on my face now is the Fenty Brow Pencil, and the color is Soft Black. My handy dandy Foster Grant reading glasses, compliments of my partner. These things was like $19.99. I'm like, shh, they make a nice gift. And he bought them. I said, babe, I didn't say that for you to buy them. I was just saying. He was like, yeah, but you know, you were right. I'm like, oh. So this is how I do my brows. I don't do the stencil look. I don't square them off. I don't do any of that. I like my brows to look natural. And you know, watching videos and seeing Instagram pictures and YouTube and everything, and they do look really nice, but I'm like, that does not look natural. And if you're just out and about, or I'll go to Sephora and you know, these teenage girls will come in, and I'm just like, that doesn't, to me it's not cute because it doesn't look natural. But to each his own. I'm not judging. I'm just saying my personal preference is, for me, I want to enhance what I have and just have some color on my lid and a bold lid. That's all. I don't want my foundation to look like I have on foundation. I don't want to look like I'm a drag queen with the contour. You know, I don't mind my imperfections. My imperfections are what makes me perfect. And so I do have like the double chin just on the one side here, which is really weird. And like I said, and there are days I don't do anything to my face because this is how it is. Some days I do eyeshadow and don't even do my brows. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do my brows today. So I'm going to do a full face today. And oh my gosh, I am like so sorry for my voice. Just cleaning off the excess oil off of my lid from my crease. I'm using the Fenty welcome to the crazy. It's like I do one thing and then it's like I can't talk. I had an eyelash like tilting in my eye. The Fenty eyeshadow primer. I do not like using my fingers. One thing about this palette, some shades they do say it's better used with your fingers. I do not like getting my fingers messy. I don't like doing concealer with my fingers. I don't like using eyeshadows with my fingers. I just don't like it at all. And so even if it says use your fingers, I won't. This is a concealer brush that I'm going to use. And I'm starting to not even like using my fingers to blend in my eye primer. I just don't like my fingers feeling slimy or like sticky or messy. But that's just me. And some shadows do look better with your finger, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not trying to impress anybody. YouTube is not my job. Paparazzi's not chasing me anywhere. So I'm like, you know, this is as good as it's going to get. So now we're going to go into the palette, and I'm just going to do something really simple. I mean, like super simple. And I think I've used every shadow in this palette at this point, from the looks that I picked off of YouTube. The only shadow I have not used, there's only 2 shadows in here that I have not used, and I can tell by looking in there how you can see the divots, or like where I just keep hitting these, where you can see the brush marks. The only 2 shadows I have not used in here, I have not used, I'm about to lie to you, it's only 1. And it is this one right here, and that color is. And then it doesn't want to stay if the lid isn't partially closed. That color is Layla. That is the only shade in here that I have not used. Wow, that's amazing. And I do really like the texture. And also on here, I know this is turning into a review of this palette, so maybe I'll just, this thing is so noisy. Where they have the color listed, and I know you can't see it, but underneath it tells you what finish it is. And it has letters for the symbols, like M is matte, CM is the creamy matte. I believe it's the creamy matte. Or cream to powder, something. DC is for dual chrome. But the only one I haven't used in here is Layla. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just use this real quick. And I think I might pop a color of something. You know what, I'm gonna just stick to this row because I don't want to go back and forth with the colors. And if you guys do have this palette, you just know it's this kind of cool tone row with the bright color at the bottom. And so I primed my lid, so I'm going to take a Real Techniques brush, and did I bring a blending brush? Yeah, I did. And I'm going to dip into this color up here. These shades, there is kick up in the pan, but if you tap your brush before you apply the shadow to your lid, I don't get fallout. Not typically. So I am in the habit, because the Fenty primer is tacky, I will tap on my crease color and then I'll go through, and I didn't bring another, yeah, I did bring another blending brush, and then I'll go through, I meant to use this brush in the first place, and then I'll go through and blend it. And yes, that color is looking patchy, but we're going to fix it, and it may just be because of how I tapped it on, but we're going to fix that. So I'm just going to keep going in with this brush. And what I like about this brush is that it fits across my entire crease and slightly above my crease. I do have hooded eyes, and so when I do my crease color, I go above the crease so that when I look at you, you can still see some of that color, and this color reaches everywhere that I want it to go, because this is how much space I have. So this is like the perfect brush for that. So I'm just going to keep dipping in and get this crease color where I want it to go. I don't call them transition colors anymore. I have done looks where I've taken one of the brighter colors in here, like this one or this one, and I've put it in my crease and above the crease and just buffed out the edges, and then used a flat brush and put some on the lid, because when you don't blend it out, you just pat it on, it looks a little bit darker. So that could be a whole look just by itself, just using one shadow, which is like super easy. I'm just dotting it where I'm noticing there is no shadow for whatever reason, which is either how I'm blending or the brush I'm using. And so I will say it's my technique. I am not a professional makeup artist. And this is what we're working with. This color is darker. This is the color I'm using. It's like way darker. Well, actually, you know what? It's the ring light too. This color is not that light. It's really not, but it's also looking like a tad purplish or something. I don't know. I'm horrible with describing colors. Sometimes I wonder if I'm borderline colorblind or partially colorblind, because I am just horrible with describing colors. One time I bought a dress, I thought it was red, and a friend of mine was like, oh no, that's a coral color. I'm like, what? I was way off. I thought it was a bright red. It was coral. Coral was more like a reddish orange. I thought it was like a red. And so I felt like kind of stupid. Because I bought it because I was looking for a red dress. And it wasn't even red. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. Well, it's funny now, but I kind of played it off like, oh, okay. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, that was dumb. So sometimes I'll ask people, what color is this? And they just look at me like, and I'm like, no, seriously, like, it's not a trick question. Like, what color is this? Welcome to the crazy. So I'm not only crazy. So this is what we're working with. So I'm not only crazy on YouTube, I'm just crazy like in general in real life. And sometimes whatever's left on a brush or just to further blend it out, I'll kind of pull it out. But you know what, these shadows, once you place them and blend them, they really don't go anywhere. So it's not even blending out. So I am going to, this is a thin blending brush, which I don't need to do. I should have brought a fluffier one over here. And I did not, because I need a fluffier one to blend out this edge a little bit more. But this one is doing what I wanted to do, but because it's so thin, it just sometimes takes me a while. This is actually a detailed crease brush, and so this is not like a regular blending brush, as you can tell, because it's not fluffy like blending brushes are. So we're just being crazy and just trying to make stuff work with what I brung over here. And I'm still just holding this like I'm a waiter or somebody and not even using it. I forgot I had it in my hand. Welcome to the crazy. So that's what we have. I still don't like how this is blended. I'm wiping off this brush because I want to blend this some more. But I don't want to be here like all day either. And I know you guys don't want to watch me just kind of babble all day either. And I'm actually being rough with it because I want it to move. Because I see a harsh line. And proper blending is to blend away the harsh lines. And so I might have some, let me do some swirling motions. And so I might have, oh, that's working, some work to do. That usually works for me. If the windshield wiper thing isn't working, I'll do circular motions. And that will further blend the shadow up, down, or around, or wherever I'm trying to get it to go. But it does work to blend out the harsh lines. In this video, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to edit this out. I'm gonna edit out like one eye, depending on what I'm saying, because then it might just look crazy. Or I will just do a, this is a face of the day. This is what I have on, because this is like super long already. And then I'm going to take a lid brush for real and take this middle color here. I think I'm just going to put this on the outer corner. I say as I already packed this all over this brush. I'm going to do just the outer corner with this, well, the second half of my lid. With this color. And taking this up into the crease a little bit as well. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do another video and say what's on my eyes, and then I'm gonna finish my face. And hopefully that won't be too long. Or part 1 and part 2 of face of the day or something like that, because this is too long. So this is a nice smoky look. I'm digging it. I love these Real Techniques brush. The angle, I can place color like exactly where I want to place it. I love it. Going back to my fake blending brush. That really is not a blending brush. I'm just blending out this edge, because this edge over here is looking weird. Because I'm weird, so why should my makeup not look weird? Alright, we're going to take a smaller lid brush. Same shape as the one I just used, and we're going to take this color at the bottom and we're going to put this on the first half of the lid, just to, ooh, I want to look and see like what finish this is, but I don't want to take up unnecessary time because this video is also kind of long. I like that. Also with shades, they say, you know, use your finger. You can also, instead of using your finger, wet your brush, but I'm too lazy for that. I just want to put something on and I want it to work. I don't want to have to take extra steps. Okay, I'll say it, I'm lazy. I don't want to take extra steps and have out extra products, because I already usually forget to bring things over here when I do videos anyway. And so to have to remember to bring like a setting spray or whatever else, which I did actually forget to bring my setting spray. But this is the look we have. This brush has nothing on it, so I'm just going to tap all over everything just in case that shimmery shade, that metallic shade, may want to fall out. It won't, because I'm just patting everything in. So this actually is the look. Those are those 3 colors. I only have like 9 minutes. This is the Milk primer. I do not like getting my hands messy anymore doing makeup. So I'm gonna take this is a foundation brush from Sephora, and I am going to blend out my foundation. This is not foundation. You guys knew that. Blend out my primer. Welcome to the crazy. You guys are waiting for me to figure that out, right? Welcome to TCTN. I didn't do my intro because I just finished the eye look video, even though the eye look is not finished. And so I kind of just jumped into this one because I'm running low on time. TCTN, the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Crazy because I say crazy things, do crazy things. Sometimes I babble. This is the Sephora concealer in 11.5 Butterscotch. Troll because I consider myself a troll. A cute troll, but a troll nonetheless, using that same foundation brush. I will label my videos accordingly. It's easier for me just to put everything on one channel. I like to keep things simple in my life. I'm a simple person. You know, people say I'm complex, but I don't really think I am. But maybe. I don't know. So I will label things accordingly so you can watch what you want to watch and not watch what you don't want to watch. I didn't even realize, like, am I even in frame? So that's the concealer, which I'm really digging right now. I am using not the Natasha, the Becca foundation in Fawn that I am like really liking. And during the sale, I purchased one. I don't tend to put much foundation under my eyes because I put the concealer on first, but I do kind of blend up. Oh, I was hoping I didn't spill any of this on my jeans. But I will blend up a little bit if I feel like I need more coverage there. And because I'm low on time now, I'm thinking I should have brought like a bigger brush or a sponge. This is not... You know, I am so pressed for time that I'm feeling really nervous right now. I have 7 minutes. I put on too much foundation. This is when a sponge would be handy to kind of soak this up. And also when you just go like this, this brush does leave a streak, but if you stipple it, it does not. And so if you do like this, you have to go back over it. But otherwise, I do like this brush. I think it works really well. I am so nervous. I'm gonna run out of time. Then I'm gonna have to charge my phone and come back and just do like a face of the day. Be like, this is what I did. Or just cut the camera off and finish it later, right? But look at this. Like, I am really liking this foundation. The description is weird. It's like red neutral undertone or something. I don't know. But the description, I was like, this, I wouldn't have thought that it would fit me, match me. I had put the Cover FX on my hand, and then I went to the Becca, and that's how I matched the Becca foundation to that. And I'm like, this is really good. And when I got home, I looked up the description, and I'm like, what? Like, that's not my undertone at all. Like, I don't know what they were saying, but it works. All right, so that's that. So we're going to take, what are we going to take? The Lancome Long Time No Shine powder. I didn't bring a powder brush. Well, you know what? I didn't need to because there's a puff in here. Duh. Welcome to the crazy. People say they don't like the powder puffs. It's like everywhere. I like it because I get it where I want it and like all in the air all around me. But for the most part, I don't know why people... And it's not like a little cheap flimsy brush. And so I will just pat it all over. Pressing it in. And then I will take a fluffy brush, powder in my hair, and wipe off the excess. I don't bake. It makes my under eyes look really weird and drier than they already get. And plus I do have wrinkles and bags. And, excuse me if you heard that, if I do bake, it just accentuates the dryness in the bags. And I'm going to take the Fenty powder in Cashew. If there's, this is running low, but I do have a full size one, so no fear, no worry. Taking that same powder brush, I'm just going to dip it in and go over the perimeter of my face. Well, actually all of my face except under my eyes. Even though this is a translucent powder, I did just say not under my eyes, and I did just go under my eyes. Even though it is translucent, it does have a hint of color, and so I find sometimes when I do put it under my eyes, especially if I'm using a darker concealer, it will make my under eyes look a little strange. All right, we're going to take bronzer, Fenty Bajan Gyal Put that on the perimeter of my face. Ooh, I'm so close to the table. I keep hitting the table under my chin. This is Caramel Cutie. I just dip the edge of the brush in it, hollows in my cheeks, and then I sweep it upward. I should do videos this way all the time, just like talk really fast and get it over. I have like 3 minutes and I'm not going to be done. So this is going to turn into a face of the day, or I'll just come back after. So that's that. I like to look natural. I purchased a new Blars brush. This one is in Sin. And that is what that looks like. Sorry to blind you. And I do have a blush brush here, but I am But I am just really rushing right now. And I know I'm not going to get done because I still didn't do my eyeliner. Which maybe I won't. I think I'm going to just call this quits when this video is over. I am rushing and it's like looking really crazy. And I wanted to do like under my lower lash line. I wanted to do eyeliner. My blush is looking crazy. All right, I'm going to take some more of that cashew powder. Rushing is not my thing. I'm going to sweep that over top of this blush. Because that was looking really loud. All right, so that's how you do that if your blush is too loud. You tone it down with your powder. Stunna, the color, I'll put it somewhere because I don't have my reading glasses on. I got like a little bit, like a minute left. I do scrape off some of the excess. And of course I cannot talk. My lips are so crooked. So if it looks like I'm putting this on crooked, I'm really not. My face is not symmetrical at all. My eyes are two different shapes. Like, look. This one droops. This one goes this way. And this is the natural shape of my lips. One side is like that, and the other side is like that. And even like my nose, now that I look at it, this side comes, like this whole side of my face kind of droops, and this side is kind of lifted. Because even my nostrils, this one, I just noticed that just now. This one is down, but this one is up. But anyway, this video is about to stop on its own. So this is our look. Thank you for watching.